Awesome ants. Awesome ants. Focus question. What makes ants awesome? A little history. They march through grass, across sidewalks, over the kitchen counter, and onto picnic baskets as uninvited guests. They come in many colors, such as red, yellow, brown, or black, and can be as small as 1 millimeter, 0.04 inches long. These magnificent creatures are ants. Awesome ants. Ants crawled around under the dinosaurs, early mammals, and ancient birds more than 100 million years ago. In the Cretaceous period, they used to look more like wasps. They had shorter jaws, stingers that they could extend from their bodies, and middle and hind legs that were better for climbing. Today, more than 10,000 species of ants live in deserts, rainforests, swamps, and cities in every continent except Antarctica. They have been able to survive for so long by adapting to changes in their environments. Body parts. Like all insects, ants have three main body parts: an abdomen, a thorax, and a head, and three pairs of legs. Some tropical species can grow to approximately 38 millimeter, 1.5 inches long, but more average 5 millimeter, 0.19 inches to 15 millimeter, 0.59 inches long. The rear part of their body is the abdomen, also called the gaster, which contains the heart and stomachus. The heart is a long tube that pumps translucent body through the ant's body without using blood vessels. Ants have two stomachs, one for food for the ant itself and another for food to be shared with the colony. The middle part of the body, called the thorax, is a base for all the ant's muscles. The three pairs of legs are designed for running quickly, and each leg has three joints and little hooks that allow ants to climb almost anything. Ants don't have ears, but they have the ability to detect sound by feeling vibrations through their legs. The head contains the brain, eyes, antenna, and mandibles. The mandibles, which open and close like scissors, project in front of the mouth. An ant's most important tools, mandibles, are used for cutting and carrying things as well as for digging and hunting. Some ants can close their mandibles too quickly that they make a clicking sound. Ants can't chew and swallow food. Instead, they swallow the liquid that they squeeze from their food. Ants' diets vary according to their species. Some prefer sugary liquids, while others cultivate fungi. Still others prefer to scavenge for whatever they can find. Ants are very strong and can lift more than 20 times their own weights. All ants can bite, and some have stingers and venom sacs that they use to protect themselves from predators. Many ants that don't have stingers can spray toxic chemicals onto their enemies. The two eyes, called compounded eyes, consist of hundreds of lenses that combine many images into a single picture in an ant's brain. Some ants have three small sensors called ocelli on the top of their heads to detect light and dark. Ants use their antenna to taste, smell, hear, and communication with other ants through touch. They also use their antenna to recognize their friends in the colony and detect enemies. The long, thin antennae bend in the middle like a human's elbow and are constantly moving. Ants don't have lungs. Instead, they breathe through small holes called spirochetes all over their bodies. Oxygen and carbon dioxide enter and exit an ant's body through the spirochetes. Ants' bodies have a hard, waterproof covering called an exoskeleton, which gives them support and protection from the elements as well as predators. Let's talk. Ants communication with each other in three ways: touch, sound, and smell. Ants touch each other's heads and antenna to send different messages. They can also make noises by rubbing their legs on or their bodies. By recording these noises and comparing them across many ant species, Scientists have learned these complex signals are a call for help. Ants communicate mainly by smell. They release special scented chemicals called pheromones, which linger long after the first ant is gone. Different scents send different messages. For example, some pheromones work as an alarm to warn other ants that danger is nearby. An ant that has discovered food emits a scent trail for other ants to follow. The trail allows them to find the food and return to the colony without getting lost. The more ants that follow the trail, the stronger it becomes. When an ant can't find food, the chemical warning decays so that other ants do not go that direction. One big happy family. Ant colonies, which can have millions of members, are filled with activity. Some ants are active year-round, while others hibernate in the winter. Some ants build their colonies in logs or trees, but most build their colonies underground. Little mounds of dirt or sand are the telltale signs of an ant colony's location. Some ants reinforce the entrance to their colony by mixing twigs into the dirt for added protection from flooding. Colonies have many different chambers which all have different uses. Some chambers store food, while others are nurseries for the eggs. Colonies even have spaces for groups of ants to relax in and a special chamber for the queen. Ants are social insects that work together as a group, and every ant has a function and special skills to perform it. Worker ants and soldier ants find food and protect the nest. These are usually the ants you see above the ground and the older ants in the colony. Other ants build and expand the nest, care for the young, and do other jobs, including taking care of the queen. The ants that work inside the nest tend to be younger ants. All these ants are female, but only one can lay eggs, the queen. In other words, all the ants in a colony are related. What about the boys? Male ants have only one purpose in most colonies, to mate with the queen. Once they've done their duty, most male ants simply die. The queen. The queen is the leader of the colony, but she doesn't control all the activity in it. The largest of all the ants in the colony, the queen is an egg-laying machine. Some queens can lay thousands of eggs every day, which translates to millions of ants in a queen's lifetime. She needs so many offspring because most workers' ants live only for an average of 45 to 60 days. Most colonies have one queen, with other queen ants hate. They fly out in search of the new location to start another colony. After they start laying eggs, they lose their wings. Queens can also live longer than more other insects, more than 25 years. But when they die, so does the colony. I can fly. Like queens, some males can also fly. When they land near a colony, worker ants rip the wings off. Then they rush the male to the queen so the two can mate before the male dies. Yeah, ants are awesome. Ants may be small, but they can do awesome things. Thousands or millions of ants working together can build bridges to cross a gap in their path. They can also shape themselves with rafts to float across rivers without drowning. Through teamwork, ants can overpower animals hundreds of times their own size for food. While some types of ants can be trouble for humans, most ants are beneficial and support the environment in many ways. They spread seeds, protect crops by eating fowls, caterpillars, and other pests, and improve the soil for plants by digging. Stop and watching a trail of ants, or better yet, follow them. Just don't step on their trail. Ants' abilities are inspiring, and learning other them highlights how awesome they are.